Hi guys, it's me, Kim Beegler. I'm back. I know it's hard to recognize me if you've watched the vlog before because all new haircut. It was time. Before I get to that, just for all the new people watching, thank you for coming to watch. I'm Kim Beegler. I'm the owner of Ewethful Fiber Farm and Mill, and I talk all about owning a wool mill, making yarn, making fibers for a living. We also have a fiber flock of animals, and we are grass seed farmers here in Oregon. So I talk about all the things, just depending on how much time I have and what y'all want to hear about. So there is some construction happening. I'm in Halsey, Oregon. It's a very small town. They're redoing our entire main street, which probably sounds, anyway, they're redoing the entire main street, which is just a block over from where I am. So if you hear construction, I apologize. I just needed to get this filmed for you guys. So anyway, I'm here. I do have some videos, a few videos from inside the mill, but it shouldn't be too long of a video because I'm trying to keep them a little shorter. And as I sit here, I'm gonna start getting more and more hot. It's supposed to be like 95 today, but it was like 50 last night. That's a jump. Anyway, got my hair cut. It was time. It's so funny how we get stuck in like the change, right? Like change can be so big. And I was getting stuck in like my hair was lovely long, but it just wasn't doing it for me. But I still had a hard time letting go of it because it was lovely. So anyway, here I am. My bangs are a little, it's so windy out. Literally just came from getting it done. So here we go. Before I forget, mill day is, well, shop day basically is what I call it. The mill shop will be open. I think it's Saturday, September 17th. I will be here. There will be product out. You can shop, you can hang out. I always have snacks. Lots of people just come, sit, make, catch up. It's been a few months. I don't think I've done one since May. So it's time. Overdue. Sorry, I can see my cat's coming, so let me get her spot ready. We both have an agreement that when it's hot, we can only minimally touch. She can't be on my lap, but she's gonna try to break right now. So mail day, come on out, 10 to 3. I will be here, other people will be here. It will be fun. So you can come, you can shop, you can sit, you can hang out, and yeah. Okay, what else? What have I been doing? I've mostly been, she's like, should I come sit on your lap? So I've been doing a lot of hand spinning, which I'll show you. I've got some new hand spun, and I'm in a new spot. Things are changing, man. Just changing all around. So just in case you're wondering what the heck this is, I am sitting in front of, I usually take these display my yarn in the mill, and actually what they are is old screen doors, like vintage screen doors. I'll let you see. That my lovely husband put a pegboard in so that I can, and I take these to shows for hanging yarn, and I love them. It's a great way to repurpose screen doors, right? Anyway, so I'm just trying out a new spot. I love that I can like throw some stuff up here. You would think I would throw some product behind me, but apparently that's not what I was feeling today. So, okay, so what I've been working on, I've been working at the mill a lot, but at home, I've mostly been hand spinning, which I've got some new hand spun to show you guys. I've been working a lot behind the scenes on the business. I've got some exciting new stuff I'm working on. I am so excited about it. I think I'm kind of doing a little direction change with the business. Not completely, I would say maybe adding another level to the business. So I'm excited to work on it. I get really, I mean, my husband's like, your brain works not like the average person's brain. Like if you own a business and you really love being an entrepreneur, your brain just, it's like, there's something in your brain. I'm gonna say that's wrong. You just get really excited and super amped and very focused on that thing that you are working on. So for better or for worse, I am in it. And he comes home and I'm like, and he's like, wow, it's different. I like to think that's what he fell in love with. Anyway, I'm working on that stuff. If you guys are not in my newsletter list, you should definitely get into it. I started doing a giveaway each list. If you get to the point in the newsletter where it says the winner, And I always give tips, tricks, and then I put product in there as well. I try to make sure to leave product for the vlog if I have new stuff coming out, so that you guys, because I so appreciate you guys watching. So and then I put it on the newsletter. Usually I will do that before I even put it on social media, because I want to give those people that are like extra invested in supporting me the first chance to get stuff. So the vlog and the newsletter, those are like the first places. And sometimes if you can't get to the vlog right away, I just send a newsletter once a week. It's not overwhelming, and I try to make it have some good content in it. So you can join on the homepage of our website. There's a spot at the bottom where you can join the newsletter. So get on in there and join. What else? By the way, Bobby, if you're watching, I'm going to email you this weekend back, but I just want you to know that you sent me a follow-up email, and it almost brought me to tears because of what I have been working on. What the email you sent just confirmed everything I've been working on. So thank you. Sometimes you guys reach out, and without having any idea you're doing it, you really change my day. So thank you. Okay. New handspun. So remember, for the rest of September and October, 100% of the proceeds of my handspun will go to the Bridget Alliance. You can look them up. I will put a link in my show notes to them, but basically they help ensure that women get access to abortion when they need it, in all the different ways. So great. Okay, one thing is, and this has already been soaked, so this is how it's going to be. This is some of our Shetland, Drilla and Taraji, my two very dark Shetland ewes, and it's blended with, I think, about 30% of alpaca. It's really pretty. I would say it's next to skin, not if you are sensitive, but the alpaca did soften them up. They're a little bit on the coarser end of my ewes. So anyway, there's one skein of that. I can't remember. It says on the website how much. And then I haven't soaked these yet, so they're gonna bloom a little bit more once I soak them. This is definitely a solid 200 yards. It's California red. This is not next to skin, but it would make great outerwear stuff. It would make a great hat, mittens, things like that, spots that are not quite so sensitive. I wouldn't put it around my neck necessarily, but the color is like the natural of this sheep. So there's a little bit of this roving left too, like maybe 2 bumps of this, maybe 3. So if you love this and you're a hand spinner, there's a little bit of this fiber left, and that's all I got, because I don't have any more California red, and that I know of. I won't have access to it until shearing next spring. So those are the handspun. I'm cranking out more. I've got a really pretty, it'll be a smaller skein, but a green that I'm kind of cranking out. Onward. I'm trying. You guys are doing so awesome. I love so much how much you're supporting me with my handspun and whatever cause it is I may happen to be raising money for, because I pretty much put the handspun up and it's gone. So I love it. And sometimes I even get really nice emails. Speaking of emails from people appreciating where their money is going with this handspun. So thank you. Okay. What I'm working on at the mill. So I'm working on Fiber Club and Yarn Club currently. Fiber Club subscribers, you guys, it's going out early next week. I'm just getting ready to cart it up out the door. Yarn Club is actually done, but I need to get Fiber Club out the door first because it's a monthly subscription, and so I like to get theirs out in a fairly timely order, although I've been all sorts of off with having COVID last month. But we're catching up. It's coming out. I'm excited. It's from a very, very, very local wool, and not that it's not all local wool that I use, but I'm gonna show you nothing from that. But I do have a new roving that's out, and it's gonna lead me into talking about alpaca for a minute for you guys. But this is literally fresh out, and you can see how lovely this roving is. I mean, this is like a dream to spin. I am listing this. This is literally coming fresh off. This is a Jacob wool and Shetland blend. 50-50, no messing around on that blend. It is lovely. It's going to spin up beautifully, and it's going on mine. So if you like it, get in there and get some. I think I have a decent amount. I think I have a couple pounds of roving that will be in there. So get in there and get it. It's gonna be, I'd say it's next to skin once you spin it up, depending on how you spin it, of course, but it's really pretty, and it's just naturals. It's the natural Jacob colors, and it's natural alpaca colors. So it's really pretty. Speaking of alpaca, so I have just some samples, because I think that I don't know if people do, but if you buy an alpaca fleece, or if you don't, but you're just interested. So alpaca fiber, I'm gonna show you a really nice alpaca. So here's some lovely, lovely, I would say this is like a medium fawn colored alpaca. You can see it has that crimp. Crimp is amazing to get in alpaca. Not every alpaca is gonna have this distinct, beautiful crimp. This is some really nice alpaca. So I'm gonna show you what, if I were skirting and it looked like this, there's gonna be some parts, don't pay attention to the color because this is different fleeces, that look like this. You see how different those look? And you see how this has these little hairs, there you go, coming off of it. So those are basically little alpaca guard hairs. They're not the end of the world, but if I were skirting a fleece, I would yank anything out that looks like this. Technically, I would say this would be, does the train have to come by every time I'm filming? I would say this is seconds. So generally when an alpaca gets shorn, you kind of separate everything out to first, seconds, and thirds if you're really good, which is not always me. I'm like first, everything else, whatever. So the first is the ideal for if you're gonna make yarn or hand spinning. This is like the prime stuff. The seconds is like, you could hand spin it. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna have some stuff. The thirds, generally speaking, don't quote me on this, is like fiber off their legs, off their tails. It's gonna be short. It's probably best for whatever it's gonna be best for, but I would not get hand spun. I have seen on Craigslist people selling seconds and thirds for hand spinning. I personally wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're buying it. I think it's gonna be more difficult and not the best stuff to spin. If they're giving it away for free or super cheap, give it a shot, But the first in the prime is what you really want if you're hand spinning. So I just wanted to show you, if you're skirting, this is beautiful. And then you're gonna get, I have like a whole handful of stuff. I don't know why I saved so much, but you can see one of the big differences, and it's what I look for, is like that pointy. See how there's like a clump and it's kind of pointy? That's a good indication of like, not the best fiber. So again, don't look at the color of this fiber. Here's another big chunk of seconds. You can see how different it looks. So if you buy a whole blanket, you're gonna have both. And even if you buy like what's mainly first, sometimes you're gonna have some of this too. Sometimes I'll leave little bits of it. Other times I yank it out. But if there's big chunks that are easy to just, I would yank it out. There you go. There's a little bit about alpaca blankets. They're called blankets when they come off of them. Not an actual, but just what the fiber is called when it comes off is called an alpaca blanket. I don't know why. So anyway, there's a little information about alpaca. This could certainly be used for stuff, and you could hand spin it for sure. Just know that it's not gonna be as luscious as some of that first prime stuff. And generally speaking with alpaca fiber doesn't tend, where sheep's wool, you want that first fleece. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The first fleece off of a alpaca is pretty prime and amazing, generally speaking. Alpaca fiber doesn't tend to get coarser over time like sheep's wool does, but it does tend to get shorter, which for hand spinning or for blending with other fibers can, I mean, some of mine are really short. You know, after a year, they're only putting out maybe 2 inches, and when you shear, you're not getting that full 2 inches off. So it's just something to think about. Just because they're older doesn't mean the quality of their fiber is any better, but sometimes it is gonna be shorter, or there may be more guard hairs, things like that. So, okay, alpaca, I showed you the roving. I'm looking at my list to make sure. I think that's all I was gonna talk to you guys about. I hope that everything in the background isn't too loud. I I think we'll go. I have a couple of videos for you guys from back in the mill pretty quick. If I get home and the animals are out and about, I'll try to get a very quick farm video, but when it's hot, and it's why I haven't been doing a lot of farm videos, the animals just kind of, you know, they're tucked in, they do their thing to stay cool throughout the day, and I just hate to disturb them with my presence or me trying to film them or anything like that. So if they're all kind of moving about and comfortable, I'll get some farm videos. If not, fall is just around the corner. So you'll see everybody soon. Okay. On that note, let's go check out what's going on in the back of the mill, and I will see you guys in a few minutes to say goodbye. Okay, so we are at the draw frame. Sorry, my spinner's going in the background, so it's a little bit loud. But I'm at the draw frame. I've got 3 rovings going here into 1. So I've talked about this before, but just for new people watching, the reason it goes through here is basically it will blend up. This is a multicolored fiber, so it's going to blend the colors a little bit more. But more importantly, it's going to align the fibers and make the roving a little bit more even from when it came off the carder. So it came straight from the carder over here, and you can see some of it down here on the end all finished, and I'm actually just gonna put it in a bin so that it's not just, so that it's collected basically. And I'll hit the start button and you can just kind of see what's happening here. And it's just going through this little series. So it is drafting the fiber, making it a little bit longer than when it started, and stretching is kind of the best way to put it. And it's also, you can see how it's just organizing out. It's basically like brushing your hair. It's just kind of getting things a little bit smoother, a little more oriented in the same position. And then it comes out, going through there, and it comes out the end. And I just ran out, so that's why it stopped. It's got a little sensor here, so if this falls when I'm walking away, if something falls in the line of the sensor, the machine stops most of the time, which is a great thing, because sometimes you forget that you've got it running. Not that I would know, but I've heard stories. Okay, anyway, that's it. I just wanted to show you guys the drop frame. See you in a minute. Okay, we're in the back of the mill, and I actually haven't done, and I talk about it in the vlog, but I haven't done this blend before. I don't know why, but this is Jacob wool, so you can see this gray and white for the most part is Jacob, and brown, and this lighter, there's some fawn, there's some white, a little bit of dark fawn is the alpaca. It's a 50-50 blend. It's really beautiful. You can see this is kind of some of my fiber waiting to go on, and I'm going to play a little clip so you get to see me kind of getting it up on the carder and the end product. Here it comes. guys. So I got home and the smoke is coming in like crazy from the south, which means it's cooler. It's actually about 8 degrees cooler than it was in Halsey. So I thought we'd go down. It's also kind of unique because where we are located, you don't get to see this very often. Flip this and we'll walk down and you can kind of see what's happening as the smoke comes in. And the sheep are in this little pasture over here. You can see how happy and green it is and how Cash is doing his job. So the smoke's creating just such a layer of, it's blocking the sun basically. And it's not that often, it's really brown. I don't know, I just don't remember it being so brown. And we've had this, almost every year we have this, and I don't think you can see the sun anymore. For a while it was out, but I think the sun has effectively disappeared. The sheep are like, are you gonna harass us? So if you look to the south, north, you can see this is like 5:30, guys. It's not supposed to be this dark. It's very odd. The chickens are actually going to bed because they're like, what the heck? So it usually would be dark here 8:30 or so. So we're a couple hours early, but you can see the last smidge remaining of blue out there. When I drove home, it was about halfway between Halsey and Harrisburg, but it's just creeping north. And then as I scan this way, you can really see it coming in hard. It's pretty gross. Really thick and really low. So, anyway, let's go say hi to everybody. So the sheepies, we're not going to bug them too much. They're kind of cooling down still. I think most of the chickens have gone to bed. When I went in to pull eggs just now, they were pretty much going to bed. Hi, ladies. They're like, we're still kind of warm. It gets really quiet, a lot less birds. I can hear a few birds, but a lot less birds. It's like everybody knows just to hunker down. Something's going on. I brought some treats for June. And she is out and about somewhere over here. So this is kind of one of the spots that she can graze in because here's some chickens. You can see it's very dead, but it still allows her some space, some extra space to move around and get some exercise. And she just loves eating this very dead stuff. And she got a bath yesterday, so she's extra velvety. You want this, baby girl? She usually loves. I guess that's a yes. She got her feet done yesterday too, so she's all sorts of pretty. And you can see Madrona's like, what'd you bring me? She's doing awesome, Miss Junebug. And we'll just pop in here. I think all the alpaca are kind of tucked in because it's so... Nigel! Hi, ladies. It's so breezy that all the animals are kind of like, this has been a fun day. Let's go to bed. There's a few chickens out still. A few chickens out, and we'll see. I think I just gave the boys some treats. Velma, Elsie, they're trying to go sneak food while I do this. Here's some chickens. They're like, we're right by the barn door. We're going to bed. I see there's a lot of chickens there. Here's the boys, if you can see them. Oops, wrong way. There's some pig butts. I'll see if they want to go say hi. I don't have any food, boys. It's like, it's alright. The snout on me is a lot. That's a lot of snout. Frankie, where are you going? Sorry guys, didn't mean to scream into the camera. Frankie's like, I don't know where I'm going. That's not a very pretty picture of our farm, but anyway, I'm gonna sit here and hang out with this dude for a minute, or he's gonna knock me over. And then I'm gonna go in the house because we have the AC on, and I'm gonna go with the air quality is a little better in the house. Frankie's right there. I don't know if you can see him staring. He doesn't know why his brother was screaming. And then there's this guy. I don't have gloves on, so you can see how much hair he's lost in spots. Funny boy. All right, guys, I'm gonna take it out. Elsie's keeping a keen eye over there. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode and the quick little splash through the mill. I'm gonna get going so that I can get my work done and get home before it gets too crazy hot. But thank you so much for watching. If you are not on my email list, please go over to my website, get on there. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below. Just hit the subscribe button, super easy. And feel free to comment. Oh my gosh, I forgot that I was gonna do giveaway. So it's a good thing, I hope, if you watch till the end, because I don't know how much is in here. If there's enough for 2, I'll do 2 giveaways. But if there isn't, then there will be 1 giveaway winner. And if you are not a hand spinner, don't worry, still enter. I've got you covered with a gift that you won't have to make yourself. You'll just have to make it into something. This is, like I said, the Jacob Alpaca. So comment below before next Tuesday, whatever day that is. I'll put the end date on here, and just comment whatever you want, how your summer's going, what you're working on, just whatever. So comment before Tuesday to win that. Whew! See, pays off to wait till the end. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys. I hope you're all having a good end to the summer, beginning of the school year. Take care, be kind to your neighbors, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon. Make lots of pretty things until the next time.